Hi guys, in this tutorial we're going to be looking at this requirement you see on your screen. Uh, there are two ways to write a query to meet this requirement. So the first thing I would like to do as usual is to do a select star so we can see all we have in the table. Select star from employees. So select star from employees shows everything in the table. We have 1000 records. So um, let's break down the requirement. The requirement says return first name and department. So we're only returning two columns. So the first thing we want to do is to write the select line. So select first name, the first name column, select department from employees. So what are the conditions we have? Select first name, department of employees, working in clothing, sports, and toy departments. Okay, so for the conditions, we need the where clause. So these are different departments we have. We have clothing, we have sports, and we have toy. Let me show you this real quick. See, we have sports department. This is clothing and toys. Let's see where we have. Yeah, so and toys. So we only want to see those employees working in this company, but those working in the stated department. We don't want to see all the employees. We only want to see those working in sports, in toy, and clothing. So the first way to write this would be where department equals, however you arrange this, it doesn't matter. Either you want to put clothing first, or you want to put sport, or you want to put toys. It doesn't matter. So we say where department equals clothing. Just make sure that you spell this correctly. It has to be the way it's spelled in the table. Okay. So this has an uppercase C. If I change this to lowercase, is not going to return anything because there's no where department is lowercase c is uppercase. So it has to be the exact data in the table. So where department equals clothing or department department equals sports or department equals the last one is toys. So let me see if I can bring this down. Let me, okay. So this is one way to write this. So we are selecting first name, department from employees, where department equals clothing, or department equals sports, or department equals toys. Okay. So let's run and see what we have. We have 130 records. So 130 employees work in clothing, sports, and toys. Don't forget we have 1000 employees in this table, but we only want to see those working in clothing, sports, and toys. And that's what we have. So if you want to validate this, all you're going to see will be the specified department. We have clothing, we have clothing, sports, toys. And what we can do is let's order this by department. So I can come here and say order by department. So let's run again. Um, that's what we have. You see, we are ordering by department, and now we can see all clothing, sports, and toys. Yeah. So we have all the specified department. So this is one way I'm going to get rid of the requirement to make space. So this is the first way to write this. So let's look at another way to write this. So I'm going to write another one that says select first name, department from employees, where departments in. So this time you could say something like where department in, then you open parentheses. Where department in, the first one is clothing, then sports, and of course toys. So select first name, department from employees, where department in clothing, sports, toys, and we can order by if we want. So order by department, send. So let's see. You see, we have 130 records. It's the same thing. We can write is we have the same thing, 130 records. We have 130 records. So you can decide to use whichever. For me, this is just a personal preference. I prefer to use this because is it looks more professional. If I could use that word, it looks more professional. Is simpler. It shows I know what I'm doing. I really don't need to say or department equals sport or this or nothing is wrong with this. Okay, you can is up to you. You can decide to use the first way. What matters is you know different ways of meeting the requirements. Okay, so either of these methods will work. In the next tutorial, we're going to start a fresh topic. We're going to be looking at a different concept. We've had enough practice on what we've been learning so far. So we're going to move on to learn something new in the next tutorial, and that's going to be looking at the concept of transforming data. So we're going to be looking at string, how to use string. Of course, we have more important concept to look at in upcoming tutorials. We're still going to be looking at joins and subqueries and union and except and all those intermediate or if you will maybe some advanced concepts in SQL. But we can do so much looking at just one table. So I want us to explore everything that we can with one table before we move to the concept of joining tables or selecting from multiple sources. Okay, that way you'll be able to move up gradually, building your skill. By the time we get to that tutorial, to that phase where we write a bit more complicated queries, you already have the right foundation and you can easily build on that. So take your time, uh, make sure if you have to read or watch a tutorial more than once, please do. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.